Screenshot this ground floor image as your reference material for this project.
Okay, good morning guys. So we'll be working with this particular plan. This one you're seeing here. It's a simple 2-bedroom bungalow, and we'll be replicating this in Revit. So let's open up a new project. If you are starting up a new project, you come to this panel where you have model. You see open and new. No matter the version of Revit you are using, you will see open and new. Then you click on new. It will take you to a new project browser. So you can use this drop down to create the template you are using for your project. So for this particular project, we'll be using metric architectural templates. For metric architectural template, if you are using the older version of Revit, this is 221. So if you are using something like 218, 216 or 217, you would be using architectural template alone. So when you click on that, you press OK. So let's wait for Revit to load. So once you open a new project, the first thing to do is to set your units. Okay, this is taking a little bit of time. When you open a new project, you see your level 1. Your project will be loaded on level 1. So let's set our units. For set our units, you just press UN on your keyboard, UN. There will be a dialog for the unit panel. What you're interested in is your length and your slope. Your length should be in millimeters. If it's in millimeters, you press OK. Then you check your slope. For your slope should be in degrees. So you click on degrees and press OK. Then if that's checked, you press OK again, then we are good to go. So the next thing you do is to set your levels. So remember, we are doing a 2-bedroom bungalow, so we are just using our ground floor and our roof level. That's the 2 levels that we have here. So you go to your any elevation. I'm using my north elevation for instance. So for my north elevation, I'll just left click here, then right click. It will show you this dialog panel. Then you choose create similar. When you click on create similar, you take your cursor there. Then let's click 450 on our keyboard for our DPC level. 450. Then you extend the level down to where you ask the other one to lock proportions. Then press left click it again. Then that's set. Okay, let's press escape on our keyboard. Escape. Now if you notice, if I click here, for example, and I try dragging it, the rest will follow, because this is locked. The top is locked with the bottom. If you want this particular level you just created to be locked with this one, all you need to do is press here, then extend. When you extend it, it will lock with that one. It has locked proportion. So now if you are moving this, all of them will move. So that's just it. If you don't want everything to move, you just click this padlock sign you see here, then only one would move. So let's go to the next one. The next thing we are doing now is to set so from your ground floor, from your level 0, which is your level 1, to your DPC is 450. From your DPC to your roof level is 3 meters. So we are having 3 meters. We are having 3,000 plus 450, making 3,300 plus 450. That's 3,450. So the length of this from here to this level 0 is to be 3,450. So we'll be clicking 3,450 for the roof level here. 3,450. Then press enter. So the next thing you have to do is to rename our levels. So level 1 is your natural ground level, which is your level 0. Let's name it to natural ground level NGL. Then you click enter. So level 1 is set. Now your level 3 is your ground level. This 450 is your ground level. for your building, your ground floor. So you double click it, then let's press ground floor, rename it to ground floor, then press enter. So we have the level 2 to be the roof level, so double click and rename it. Let's call it roof level, then click enter. So now the levels are set. So if you look at this project browser on your right hand side, your place you have your floor plan, you see the levels you've created is there, your natural ground level, your ground floor, and your roof plan. Naturally, you are supposed to put like number 1, 2, 3 so that they'll be in sequence, but for the sake of, let's do that. Let's name this number 3, which is your roof level, level 3. Let's name this 2, and your natural ground level, your level 1, okay. So all of them are in sequence. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Look at your project browser on your right hand side where the cursor is. You have natural ground level, ground floor, and roof level. So all of them are set sequentially. So now the next thing, if you look at other levels like east elevation, you see those levels you created. South elevation, you see those levels you created. They are there. Don't worry if the levels is distorted in some other this thing. It doesn't matter. If you still want, you can still click here, then move it to this side, but it doesn't matter. So if you look on your west elevation, it's set already. So now let's start creating our floors. So to create our floors, we'll be creating our floors on our NGL level, your natural ground level. So our floor, why do we create floors on natural ground level? You still remember, if you create your floor on your ground level, which is, if you open your east elevation, which is this level here, when you create the walls will be, the base of the wall will be stopping somewhere at the ground level, but we want the base of that wall to be stopping at our natural ground level because your building can float. So let's put our floors, let's draw our floors on our natural ground level, level 1, so that we'll extend it to this point. So now let's do it. Go to your NGL, your level 1, click on it. So you're on your NGL, you see on your right hand side, on your left hand side, you see architecture, structure, steel, precast. So let's click on walls. Let's create some walls. So when you click on walls, the walls are naturally set. Click on walls, just click it once. Click it once, then the walls are naturally set. If you look at this, if you look at this place, if you drop it, you'll see 200mm wall, 200m field wall. There's a 225 generic masonry block. So there's a 225 block already. So let's use a 225 masonry wall. So let me check edit type. Let's check the size if it's actually 225. On your edit type, you see construction, then your structure. You click on edit, then you check the thickness of that wall is actually 225. That's 9 inches block. It's perfect. So you press OK. This is OK. Apply. OK. So now let's draw our walls. Don't forget we are working with this reference, this simple 2-bedroom bungalow. This is the reference we're working with. So let's draw this vertical wall. If you remember, this vertical wall is about 5,550. Then this part is 3036. So we are having 5,550 plus 3036. So let's check. Let's calculate. 5,550 plus 3036 equal 8586. Okay, let's draw a vertical wall of 8586. Zoom in. A vertical wall of 8586. Don't forget we are working with a particular reference, so they just use this as your guide. Use this particular floor plan as your guide. Then let's create a vertical wall of 8586. Click on your keyboard, 8586. Press enter. So that's set. Now the next thing we are doing is we are creating this horizontal wall where the dining and the kitchen is, this particular wall here. And if you look at this, the dining area is 2500, then the kitchen area is also 2500 somewhere here. Then we have another one which is this store area, which will be 1200. So we have 252512. So forget about the partition walls you are seeing here first. Let's just calculate 2525 then 12 first. So 25 plus 25 is about 5,000 plus 1200, that is about 6200. Let's verify. 25 times 2, which is 25 times 2, 5000 plus the store 1200 is 6200. So let's click 6200, zoom in. Make sure if your walls are having an elbow, if it's having an elbow like this, just make sure this you are seeing this. If you look at, if your wall is having is at an angle, you'll be seeing there is no middle, there is no dashed line in between that wall. But if you see that dashed line, are you seeing that dashed line now? Once you see that dashed line, just know your wall is vertical, your wall is on 90 degrees, is straight. Now let's click it. 6200, then press enter. Now, so, because we are using the default, press escape. Because we are using the default wall with Revit, is having some kind of lines in between the walls, so we want that walls to be plain. We want this thing not to have this particular kind of feel to it. So what we can do is you click on wall again. When you click on wall, watch closely. When you click on wall, that masonry block, go to edit type. When you click on edit type, look at the structure. Let's edit the structure. You come to this graphics, your graphics in view. You see the coarse scale fill pattern to be cross hatch. You can just come here, it's at cross hatch, then you come here, put it to no pattern, it will remove that hatch pattern on it. Then when you press apply, if you notice, it has vanished now. I hope you understood what just happened. So press OK. So now that hatch pattern we are having in between that walls is not there again. So dining, kitchen and the store wall, which is this dining, kitchen and store. Then now let's create this. If you look at this terrace area, this terrace has a 1300 millimeter, 1301, let's say 131. Let's follow this exactly. Now let's create a 131 wall there. Click on wall. Now let's continue. It's on masonry block. Now you will see this blue. Once you put your cursor anywhere close to the edge of that wall, it will show highlight a box for you. It means it has log proportion with it. That's the end point of that wall. Then you click left click on it, and let's create that 1300, 1301. Press enter. Now we have the laundry area, this particular place, this place here, to be 15. This from here to here. So let's create that 15 wall. 1500, enter. So now we don't need to click 13 again. Once you get to this point, where it's perpendicular to this line, it will show you blue. It will show you that yes, you have gotten to a place perpendicular to that line. Now click enter and let's continue again. Now what do we have again? We have the bedroom. The bedroom is about 3600. For that, let's create that 3600. Let's create the 3600 from here to here. 3600. Let's go. 3600. Press enter. Now let's create the bedroom, the length of the bedroom, this particular place, from here to this place. And we have this place to be 4050. We have the length of the WC is to be 1500. 1500. Then let's add 15 plus 15, that is 3000. 3000 plus 3000 plus 4050. Where did I get 3000? 3000 is this particular place. From here to here is 15. You can see the dimension mark here is here to here 15, here to here another 15, then from here to here 4050. So 15 plus 15 is 3000, then plus this 4050. Let's go. Now 3000 plus 4050 is about 7050. Now let's click on this. Make sure if your wall is at an angle, if your wall is at an angle and you mistakenly press this, you basically press 57050 and press enter. your wall will extend at that same angle. Are you seeing this? Your wall will extend at that same angle, but you want your wall to be at 90 degrees. Ctrl Z. You want your walls to be at 90 degrees. So let's create that wall again. Create that wall. Make sure you are seeing this. Once you are seeing this dotted line in between that wall, it means the wall is vertical. So now let's create 7050. Then press enter. So now we have created this from here to this place. Now let's press escape again. Now let's do this from here. Now let's do this wall, this one here. From here to this place is 8,000. You see here is 8,000, 6,800. Sorry. From this particular wall, your living room, the length of your living room from here to here is 6,800. So now let's create that 6,800. But if you remember this wall here, this place here, there is no dimension from here to here. So let's just pick somewhere in between this place and draw the wall. So let's pick somewhere in between here. Look at, we've created this. We've created from here, the external from here to here. So now we are creating this here. We are creating this, sorry, here to here. This is not a wall, this is just a veranda area, a terrace area, your entrance porch. So let's do from here to this place, which is 6,800. So let's just pick from here, let's pick 500. You look at this marker, you see once you put your highlight your cursor here, I'm not clicking anything, just look at this thing, it's showing you a dimension line. So let's make it at 500. So extend that wall to 6,800. Then press enter. Now from here to this place is this thing 2,700. You can see here is this 2,700 from here to this place. So now let's click 2,700, 2700, then press enter. So now the length of your master's bedroom, if you are seeing it, is 4,200. So now let's make 4,200 horizontal line of 4,200, straight line 4200. Press enter. Now let's extend it up to 4,000. Look at, there's a reference material. Look at your reference material and work with this. From here to this place is 4,000. So let's create 4,000. 4000, 4000. Then press enter. So the walls overlap. So just once you do that, just join this to this, then leave. We'll adjust all these ones when we are dimensioning it. So now let's do something. Now let's create this wall. Now let's create the partition walls. So for the partition walls, let's start with this one here. This one that divides the living room from the kitchen and dining, this particular wall. So from here to here, it's the same thing as 6,800. It's from here to here. You get? So let's do a straight wall. Just pick anywhere in between. We'll dimension it later. Pick anywhere in between. Don't bother pressing anything on the dimension. Just pick anywhere in between this place and draw a horizontal line. Once it gets to this point, to a light blue, then stop there. Now you can continue downwards, then stop. So for the best practice, so you don't lose your work, let's press escape, then press Ctrl S on your keyboard, which is the same thing as save. Just press Ctrl S on your keyboard. If you are saving it, if you save it to your desktop, it will create so many files on your desktop. You want it to be saved on your document, this place. Now save it on your document. Let's name this 2 bedroom projects, then press save. So if you go immediately to your documents, you can always see it then on your documents. So now let's continue. So the next thing you do is to create your partition walls. We've done this. Now we are doing this, dividing your dining from the kitchen, then your store, then your laundry. This particular laundry wall extends downwards, so let's extend that laundry downwards. For this, you have this and this, so let's create this and create this. So let's go. Looks funny, it didn't join well, so for it to join well, you can just go to your modify, then look at this geometry area, modify panel. You see this join geometry, just click on join this it should join. So it's not looking clean. Alright, so let's move on. We are creating a wall for this laundry. This wall, this is a wall. So let's create another wall. Okay, now since all the walls are set in place, let's create our dimensions. So we have for the dining area from here to here. The reason why we actually need to put our dimensions, forget about even if you put this to be 2.5, the thickness of this wall will collect in between that 2.5. Let me show you something. Even if you set your walls and you type 2.5, you can remember the thickness of this wall will collect inside this 2.5. The thickness of this wall will collect inside this 2.5, but this wall is 2.25. So now it's time to set our dimensions. To set your dimensions, you press DI on your keyboard, or you go to this place where you have your print, your measure between two references, then you see your align dimension. The shortcut is DI. If you press DI on your keyboard, DI is to show you align dimensions. So your align dimensions for a new project is set to be at the center of the wall, at the wall center. It's set to be at wall center. So what you want to be, where you want this dimension to be set, because if you put it at wall center, is dimensioning from the center of the wall, and nobody dimensions from the center of the wall. We are dimensioning the face of the wall from one face to another face. So escape. What you want to do is come to, you see this modified place dimension, you see wall center, open the drop down, you see wall face, core of center of core and face of core. What you want the dimension face to be is that wall face. When you click on wall face, it will now highlight dimensions for these faces. So what you want to do is to dimension every part of this particular project. So let's now we will need to dimension this place. You want to get a dimension from this place. If you want to get this particular dimension, this 1300, it is from here, this top place to this place, to give you a dimension of this to this. So this place to this place, to give you a dimension for this to this. So let's set our dimension. You pick this top place, pick this top, place it on this top. So it's perfectly at 1 table. When you're adjusting it, you see that, let's take it to the right hand side. You see that it will adjust. So this from here to here, look at your material you have with you. It's 5,550, but on this end it is showing 4,849. So you want to correct that. No matter what is showing on this thing, let's correct that. So for you to correct this particular place, for you to extend this wall, if I click on this particular place, if for any reason if you click on this place will highlight. If you try clicking on this dimension, you cannot edit it.
Revit does not understand what you are trying to, the command you are trying to give this dimension line. So when you click on this place, it would highlight this. You notice when you click on this, it will show you lock proportion, this padlock sign. If you click on this padlock sign, if you click on this, it won't allow you edit. You cannot edit this particular place. It is perfectly where it is at the moment. You cannot move. So unlock this padlock, then click here. You see 4849. On our reference place, on our living room, it is 5550. So let's change this to 5550 and press enter. You will notice this wall has shifted up. So what you can do now, if you don't want this dimension to change again, you are perfect with it, you are okay with this dimension, just click here and press this padlock. It won't change. You can't edit this particular dimension again. You can't edit this dimension again. It's just this dimension you can edit. But for you to change this particular dimension, if you click here and you try putting another dimension here, if you try putting another, let me say I try putting 3036 for the dining. Cancel. It won't allow you because you've locked this particular dimension. It is telling you that this dimension is supposed to be this particular thing. If you try putting 3036, is this wall that you'll be shifting. So we are trying to shift this particular wall. We are trying to shift this one up by 3036. So what you do now is to click here and press 3036, then enter. So now this has shifted. So you can as well lock dimensions. So let's do the second one. For this one, remember this particular one was 1300 because this one has shifted. This dimension has shifted up. This one has changed to 3531. It is dimensioning from here to here, from this top to this top. DI. Let's check again. From this top to this top. Remember previously it was 1300. The dining area. If you want to shift this dining board, you want to make this 2500, you click here, it will highlight dimension. These two will highlight, but we are trying to shift this one here. You are shifting it to the right hand side. All of them are shifting to the right hand side. Then click here, press 2500, then enter. Perfect. But if you click here again and you try pressing 2500 from here again, this one will change again. But you have to shift it to the right, so that everything will be going perpendicular to one side. So let's go 2500, enter. Then click here. You are trying to expand this one to this side. Then click here, 2500, enter. That's good. So now we have our store area here to be 1200. Our store area, this place. 1200. From here to here is our store area, 1200. So let's go. Change this 1 to 1200. Enter. Now this is taking shape, but now our laundry is looking very small. But this is dimension for the laundry. So to change our laundry width to 1500, which is this one, which is this. Here to here, you click here and you change this to 1500, enter. Now it has changed. But if you notice, this particular laundry is coming outside. That's a door here and it's protruding outside. This was a mistake. This particular wall was a mistake. Let's ignore this wall. From here to here, ignore this wall. So ignore this particular wall you see here. So from here down to this place is 1301. So for you to get this particular dimension, you click here, you click on this wall to show you a light for this dimension, so you can shift this one upwards. This is what I mean. So in order for us to edit this dimension, because this dimension, let me shift this, because this dimension is from here, the top of this to this top of this point. So when I click here, I can edit this particular dimension here. Understand? So let's change this to 1301. Enter. Now I've shifted our laundry wall upwards. So this laundry wall I'm having here has shifted upwards. So that's it. So the next thing we are doing now is our bedroom. Our bedroom has become so small, so let's shift this wall. When I click here, we are trying to shift this wall to this side. So we are trying to shift this place to this place. So let's, and from here to here is 3600. So let's make 3600. Click here, then edit this place, 3600. Enter. It will show you warning that this wall has unjoined from here. So you just click on unjoin elements. So you extend this wall later. You click on this wall. Hold your left click button, then drag it, then drop it here. So it has extended. So when you click here, when you click this place now, it has taken shape. It has taken shape for this particular place, for the master's bedroom. You understand? So if you notice, this wall is not coming out here. There is no wall coming outside here. Like, there's no wall coming outside here. So this is not supposed to be there. So what you can do is hold your left click button, then drag it up a bit. Once you see that box you are seeing here, and see that box, you drop it, release to edit that place. So that's looking good now. So let's do something else. So the next thing we are doing is we are editing the length of this bedroom. But if you notice on our floor plan, if you look at our floor plan, this bedroom wall is perpendicular to this. It's in straight, it's alignment with this. Here is aligning this. It's just like a straight line. So for us to just, instead of us to start shifting and shifting, since this place is a straight line, this is all we can do. Just click on, go to your architecture, structure, steel, precast systems. You see your modify panel. This is your modify panel. Click on your modify panel, then you're aligning this wall to this. We want this wall to extend to this. It should be in alignment with this. So there is AL. The shortcut is AL align dimension, AL. Then you just click on this, or you click AL, press AL on keyboard to align this to this. So when you click on the face of this, you see this dashed line. It is showing that this is the reference point that you want any other thing to go to. Now you click on this particular wall, this bedroom wall, it will align with this. You can also lock proportion so that when you shift it, it would. Let me show you something. Just for reference, the reason why I locked proportion, this padlock you see here, is so that if, for example, I move this wall, everything would move. I see all the walls have moved. That's why you lock proportion. It's showing that this is. So let's cancel this. So the next thing we are doing now is we are creating the length of this bedroom. So the length of the bedroom is 4050, 4050, 4050. Look at it here. Now let's do it. Click here, 4050, enter. So now we've done the bedroom itself. So now let's do the WC, and the WC is 1500 each. Look at your reference material you have in there. Click here, WC 1500, enter. Now we've done the one part of the WC, but now the other part is looking, it's saying 1511. So when you click here, you edit it to 1500, enter. So now this is looking perfect. So now this particular place is where our walk-in closet is where this particular walk-in closet is, from here to here, and from here to here is 1500. Look at it here, 1500. Look at your reference material you have into you. So let's create the dimension for this. Press DI on your keyboard, then click here, then click here. Okay, press anywhere on the center or outside. So now escape. So now let's create our walk-in closet. So for you to edit this dimension, for you to shift this place to this place, you click here, it will show you edit, it will show you the dimension from here to here. Now let's edit this to 1500, enter. Perfect. Now we have our working closet. This is where we have our working closet here. So let's continue. Okay, now what we have now is our master's bedroom. So our master's bedroom is about 4,000. So let's edit this to 4,000. Click here, 4000, enter. So now it's looking like there are some discrepancies on this particular project. So okay, so this dimension, the dimension for this from here to here is taken from, if you look at it, trace this dimension like this particular line, this 27, it's taken from, I think, the center of this. So let me draw this to, so it's taken from, I think, the center. Is that so? So now let's extend this wall. Okay, this is looking okay. So the little discrepancies that are here is, I think the walls are at 150mm, not 225. I think that's the small discrepancies that we're having here from here to this place. I think that's the small discrepancies from here to here. It looks like this particular project is dimensioned at 150mm for the wall, but there isn't 225, but it's okay. So far we've gotten the major internal portions of this wall, just understand. So let's go. So now for this particular area, sorry, we have to edit this again. So you see this is 6,800. From here to here is 6,800. From here to here. So when you click here, let's edit this before we edit this. But if we shift this one to this particular one, change this 4,200 change, because if this was shift by 6,800, then this one would reduce to reduce the dimension of this. So let's go. Click here, click this, then change it to 6,800. Enter. And you notice this has changed. So now let's extend this again to 4200. Enter. So now I think this is looking okay at the moment. So don't forget Ctrl S. Save your project always. Ctrl S. Now there is a problem with our store area. Our store is not looking right. There is a lobby somewhere here. It's supposed to be cutting from here. So if you can as well just click here, move your dimension marker. If you want to do it like this, it will show you the dimension from here to this place. You can as well edit this place from here. Edit it down. Let's say from here to here is about 1,500. So we can just change this to 1500. This is what I did. What I did is this. Once I do like this, there's a dimension marker previously that was somewhere like this. It was somewhere like this. So it was showing dimension from somewhere to this place. So all I did is just move this to where I want to dimension. But move it there, it's showing me dimension I want to. As well, you can also pick on DI, then click here, then change your dimensions from there. So this place to this place, let's assume it is 1,500 for the store, and laundry. So let me read this. Alright, so I think our project is taking shape. So now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to be setting our floors. So our floors is the next thing we'll be doing, because if you see this is not a wall. This is not a wall. This is actually a floor where your column is. This particular place you see is not a wall. That's why we didn't add walls to this. It's a floor. Okay, now that we are working with floors, we need to do something. These are dimensions now becoming in the way of, because everything is looking okay now. 42868 4000 1515 there. Yeah, if you look around, I think it's looking okay. Yours should be looking okay also. So that so that the dimensions don't come in between your work you are doing. Click on this, left click on it, right click, then hide in view. You see hide in view to hide all this dimension. Hide in view category. Once you hide category, all dimension you hide. So you've hidden all the dimensions. If you want to bring back that dimensions, look down to this place where you have all these ribbons. You see something that looks like a bulb. That bulb sign is reveal hidden elements. Everything you have hidden will be shown there. So when you click on it, you will see the dimension mark. If you want to unhide it again, just click on any of the dimensions, click on it, right click on hide in view, then category, then click on that bulb sign again, then all of them will hide. If you want to hide it, right click, hide in view, category, all of them will hide. So now let's create some floors. Let's go. So before we create floors, if you notice our plan is there is a walk-in closet here. This place, there's a gap here, there's a gap here. So we want this space to be our walk-in closet, because if you look at this particular place, our walk-in closet is somewhere here. So let's just create let's just detach this wall and make it stop here. So this is what we can do. You click here, you see this blue icon, drag it, stop somewhere here. Doesn't matter, let's stop it somewhere. So now for this one, if you click here, if you try dragging it, you cannot drag it because this particular one is starting from here. So let's split it somewhere here. Let's split this particular one. So all you can do is press SL, or if you are looking for the split button, go to your modify panel here. This place you have architecture, ribbon and everything. Add things, then you modify. You will see something that looks like this split element. The shortcut is SL. So when you click SL on your keyboard, SL, you'll be able to detach these elements. So let's split this particular one here. Split here. Yeah. Escape. Then click here. Then drag it to you get. If you notice, when you are dragging it, once you get to where this one is, it will highlight blue. Yeah. It will show you that it is perpendicular to that one up there. So just leave it at that. So this place to this place is perpendicular. So we want this place now to go inside. So let's click here, drag this. Once you get this square, this place is showing your endpoint and your horizontal. So this is looking okay because your door will be here. There will be a door here. So I think this should be expanded to this place because there is a door somewhere here. And your door cannot be in a vacuum space. It should be hosted on a wall. So your door will be hosted on this wall. So let's extend this particular one to this place. Let's extend this to this place. So let's click here, drag, extend, and get to this midpoint, drop. So this is looking fairly okay at the moment. So let's click Ctrl S. This is looking okay. So the next thing we're doing is to create floors in Revit. Let's go.